The Arado I-96 was Germany's standard shipboard reconnaissance floatplane, launched from cruisers and battleships to scout beyond the horizon. Its sturdy floats and radial engine also made it useful for coastal patrol and rescue work. The Arado R-24 brought jet speed to reconnaissance and light bombing, making interception extremely difficult. It arrived too late and in too few numbers to alter the strategic air war. The Arado R-96 trained pilots on retractable landing gear, flaps, and other systems they would meet in combat aircraft. It became one of Germany's most important advanced trainers during the war. The three-engine B-138 was a long-range maritime reconnaissance flying boat with a distinctive twin-boom tail. It shadowed convoys, reported shipping movements, and worked with U-boats over the Atlantic and Arctic. The enormous six-engine BAV 220 carried troops and cargo across long sea routes that conventional transports could not easily cover. Only a small number served, but its range and payload were exceptional. Nicknamed the Flying Pencil for its narrow fuselage, the Dornier Do-17 entered the war as a fast medium bomber. It fought over Poland, France, and Britain before newer bombers pushed it into secondary roles. The Dornier Do-18 was a long-range flying boat used for maritime reconnaissance during the opening years of the war. Its tandem push-pull engines gave it an unmistakable silhouette above the North Sea and Atlantic. The three-engine Dornier Do-24 became one of the war's most capable sea rescue flying boats. German crews used it to patrol coasts, recover downed airmen, and transport personnel over water. The Dornier Do-217 was a larger, more powerful successor to the Do-17, serving as a bomber, maritime strike aircraft, and night fighter. Some variants also carried guided anti-ship weapons. The DFS-230 delivered small assault teams silently and directly onto defended objectives. It became famous at Fort Ibn Emel and later served in airborne operations across the Mediterranean and Eastern Front. The Fieseler Storch could take off and land in remarkably short spaces thanks to its high lift wing and long landing gear. Commanders used it for liaison, observation, evacuation, and battlefield transport. The Flatner Flay 28-2 was among the first helicopters used operationally, employing intermeshing rotors for compact handling. It was tested from ships and used for reconnaissance, artillery spotting, and liaison. The 4223 was a pioneering transport helicopter with two large rotors mounted on outriggers. It demonstrated cargo lifting, mountain rescue, and transport missions. The wartime disruption limited production. The twin Broom 4-189 gave its crew superb visibility from a heavily glazed central nacelle. It became a highly effective tactical reconnaissance aircraft, especially over the Eastern Front. The radial engine F190 combined heavy firepower, rugged construction, and excellent low to medium altitude performance. It served as a fighter, interceptor, fighter bomber, and ground attack aircraft on every major European front. Originally designed as an airliner, the F-200 Condor became a long-range maritime patrol aircraft. Its reports and attacks threatened Allied convoys until stronger escort fighters and anti-aircraft defenses reduced its freedom. The Gothago 242 was a roomy twin-boom transport glider built to carry troops, vehicles, and supplies. It supported airborne and resupply missions where landing strips were unavailable or contested. The Go 244 added two engines to the Go 242 glider, creating a powered transport that no longer required a tow aircraft. Its modest performance kept it vulnerable and limited its operational success. The Heinkel He-51 was already obsolete as a fighter when the Second World War began. Even so, it remained useful for training and limited ground attack duties during the conflict's early period. The He-111 was the most recognizable German medium bomber of the early war, striking targets from Poland to Britain and the Soviet Union. It later shifted toward transport, torpedo attack, and missile launching duties. The He-11V was a twin-engine floatplane built for maritime reconnaissance, mine-laying, and torpedo attack. Its long range and ability to operate from sheltered waters made it valuable along northern coasts. The 162 was a lightweight jet fighter rushed into service during Germany's final months. Its speed was impressive, but limited training, fuel shortages, and hasty production prevented meaningful impact. The He-177 was Germany's only heavy bomber to reach significant service, using coupled engines inside two large nacelles. Persistent engine fires and maintenance problems undermined its long-range promise. The He-219 was an advanced night fighter with radar, heavy cannon armament, tricycle landing gear, and ejection seats. It proved dangerous to Allied bombers, but production remained limited. The rugged HS-123 biplane survived far longer than expected because it could operate from rough fields and absorb damage. Frontline units valued it for close support during the early campaigns and in the East. The high-wing H-126 served as an Army cooperation aircraft for reconnaissance, artillery spotting, and liaison. It was effective early in the war but became increasingly vulnerable to modern fighters. The HS-129 placed its pilot inside a narrow armored cockpit and carried heavy weapons for attacks on vehicles and tanks. Its weak engines limited performance, yet it became a specialized Eastern Front tank hunter. The corrugated metal U-52 was the Luftwaffe's essential transport, carrying paratroopers, supplies, casualties, and commanders. Its reliability made it indispensable, although slow speed left it exposed in contested airspace. The Ju-86 began as a bomber and transport, then found a new role in extremely high-altitude reconnaissance. Specialized versions operated above the practical reach of many early war interceptors. The Ju-87 Stuka delivered accurate dive bombing attacks and became a symbol of Germany's early combined arms victories. Once enemy fighters gained control of the sky, its low speed and fixed gear made it highly vulnerable. The Ju-88 was one of Germany's most versatile aircraft, serving as a bomber, dive bomber, torpedo aircraft, reconnaissance platform, and night fighter. Its adaptable design remained valuable throughout the war. The Ju-188 refined the Ju-88 with a redesigned cockpit, improved aerodynamics, and more powerful engines. It served in bombing, torpedo, and reconnaissance missions, but could not replace its predecessor in sufficient numbers. The four-engine Ju-290 provided long-range transport and maritime reconnaissance over vast distances. Its small fleet supported Atlantic patrols, special transport missions, and experiments with extended-range operations. The Bf-108 was a fast four-seat touring aircraft adapted for military liaison, courier, and light transport work. Its clean design and pleasant handling also helped shape the later Bf-109 fighter. The Bf-109 formed the backbone of Germany's day fighter force, from the first campaigns to the final defense of the Reich. Continuous upgrades kept it competitive, though later variants became demanding to handle. The twin-engine Bf-110 struggled as a daylight escort against agile single-seat fighters, but found new strengths elsewhere. It became a formidable night fighter, ground attack aircraft, and bomber destroyer. The tailless Mary 163 was the only rocket-powered interceptor to enter operational combat. Its climb and speed were extraordinary, but short endurance, hazardous fuel, and difficult landings made it more dangerous than decisive. The MiG-210 was intended to replace the Bf-110 with greater speed and range. Serious stability and handling problems delayed the program and damaged confidence before a major redesign produced the Mi-410. The Mi-262 was the world's first operational jet fighter, dramatically faster than piston-engine opponents. Engine life, fuel shortages, bombing, and limited pilot training kept its revolutionary performance from changing the outcome. The gigantic Mi-321 cargo glider was designed to carry tanks, vehicles, and large troop formations. Towing such a massive aircraft proved difficult, leading directly to the powered Mi-323. The six-engined Mi-323 transformed the giant glider into the largest land-based transport aircraft in regular wartime service. It carried enormous loads, but its size and low speed made escorted routes essential. The Mi-410 corrected many of the Mi-210's flaws and served as a fast bomber, reconnaissance aircraft, and heavy fighter. Heavily armed variants attacked Allied bomber formations but suffered against escort fighters. The C-204 was a twin-engine light transport used for crew training, liaison, and general transport duties. Its roomy cabin and glazed cockpit made it especially useful for training multi-engine aircrews. The long-wing Die-152 was an advanced development of the Fu-119E optimized for high-altitude interception. It reached combat in tiny numbers during 1945 and showed excellent performance without gaining strategic influence. Together, these aircraft show how Germany pursued speed, range, firepower, and specialized roles across every phase of the air war. Some became famous, others remained rare experiments in operational service, but each reveals a different answer to the demands of total war. Subscribe to Atlas Archive for more complete visual histories of the machines that shaped the 20th century.